What if the grey hair you've been covering up and the wrinkles you've been cursing are hiding a secret? Not a flaw to fix, but a strength you've overlooked your whole life. What if aging isn't the enemy, but the mirror is? Today, we're tearing apart the lies about growing older and uncovering how those silver strands and etched lines can become your greatest allies. Buckle up. This might change everything. Grey hair and wrinkles, they're the markers of time we're taught to dread. From the first silver thread to the deepening creases, the world screams, hide them, fight them, erase them. But what happens when you stop? When you let the grey grow wild and the wrinkles tell their story? This isn't about one person's tale. It's about a shift that's happening quietly, everywhere, among women over 60 who've had enough. It's raw, it's real, and it's not what you expect. If you've ever felt trapped by the pressure to look young, this is your wake-up call. Let's dive in. Think back to the moment it begins. Maybe it's 45, maybe 50. Those first grey hairs sneak in, glinting under the bathroom light like unwelcome guests. For so many, the instinct kicks in fast. Yank them out, dye them over, pretend they never happened. A woman stands at her sink, hands slick with dye, the sharp chemical smell filling the air. She's not just colouring hair, she's burying a fear. The fear of being old, of losing relevance, of fading into the background. Then the wrinkles join the fray. They start small, tiny lines from squinting at a phone screen, laughing with friends, worrying late into the night. But they don't stay small. By 55, they're bolder, furrows across the forehead, crow's feet fanning out. The mirror becomes a battlefield. Creams pile up, serums, moisturizers, promises in sleek jars. A quick Google search at 2 a.m. Botox near me. It's not vanity, it's panic. The world's whispering, youth is power and you're running out. Where does this come from? Everywhere. Ads with flawless faces, friends joking about letting yourself go, family asking why you don't do something about the grey. It's a chorus of voices saying aging is a problem to solve. So you fight. You dye your hair every 6 weeks, watching the roots like a hawk. You smooth on layers of foundation, hoping no one notices the lines. It's exhausting, but stopping feels impossible. But here's where it gets interesting. That war. It doesn't last forever. For some, the breaking point hits in a quiet moment, sorting through old photos, catching a glimpse in a window, hearing a loved one say, "You're fine as you are." The dye stains on the sink start to feel like shackles, the creams cluttering the counter, a waste of hope. One woman tosses her box of brown dye into the trash on a whim, hands shaking as it lands. Another stares at her wrinkles and wonders, what if I didn't hate them? The decision to stop isn't loud or planned. It's a gut punch. No more hiding the grey. No more smoothing the lines. It's terrifying at first. The roots grow out, a stark silver against the faded colour screaming transition. Hats become a shield, mirrors get avoided. Friends tilt their heads, ask, "You trying something new?" A coworker smirks. "Going natural, huh?" The urge to run back to the dye aisle is overwhelming, standing there, box in hand, heart racing. But then something shifts. A stranger says, "That silver's stunning." A child calls it magic hair. Doubt cracks, and curiosity takes root. Let's talk about that moment, the one where the grey isn't old anymore. It happens slowly, over months. The hair grows out fully, catching light in ways dye never could. Shimmering, bold, alive. One woman brushes it back in the morning sun and feels a jolt. It's not defeat, it's power. Another lets it fall loose, noticing how it frames her face differently. stronger somehow. The mirror stops lying. What was once a flaw becomes a statement. Wrinkles follow suit. They've been there all along, but now they're not the enemy. A woman traces the lines around her eyes. Years of joy, tears, late nights with a book. Another runs a finger over her forehead creases. Decades of thinking, planning, surviving. They're not mistakes. They're maps. Someone catches her reflection in a shop window and doesn't flinch. She nods. These aren't signs of loss. They're proof of life. People react. Not everyone gets it. Some still ask, "Why don't you cover that up?" But others stop and stare, not with judgment, but awe. A cashier says, "Your hair's gorgeous." A friend admits, "I'm jealous. I could never pull that off." A kid tugs at the silver strands and laughs. It's like a superhero. The world doesn't collapse. It adjusts. And in that adjustment, something blooms. Confidence. Here's where it gets good. That confidence isn't loud or flashy. It's steady, like a heartbeat. Women who've let their grey shine and their wrinkles stay don't slouch anymore. They don't duck their heads in photos. They laugh without hiding their mouths, speak without second-guessing. At a dinner party, someone questions the lines on her face. She shrugs. They're mine. No apology, no shame, just truth. The room shifts, and suddenly, she's the one setting the tone. It's not just about looks, it's a whole shift. Energy once spent on hiding gets redirected. Mornings aren't for dye touch-ups. They're for coffee on the porch, watching the world wake up. Nights aren't for fretting over creams. They're for conversations, hobbies, rest. One woman picks up painting again, her silver hair tied back as she works. Another walks the beach, wrinkles catching the wind, feeling lighter than she has in years. They're not old, they're alive, unfiltered, free. This isn't a fluke. It's a revelation. Grey hair and wrinkles aren't the end. They're a beginning. Society's got it twisted, telling us to fight aging like it's a disease. But what if it's a gift? Those silver strands aren't fading. They're glowing. Those lines aren't flaws. They're strength carved into skin. Women over 60 are proving it every day, stepping out of the shadows and into something real. It's messy, sure. Growing out grey takes patience. Months of awkward roots, of dodging stares. Loving wrinkles takes grit. Years of unlearning the hate. But the payoff? It's everything. Confidence isn't about looking 30. It's about owning 60, 70, 80, whatever you are. It's about saying, "This is me, and I'm not hiding." The world doesn't just accept it, it celebrates it. Strangers smile. Friends rethink their own routines. Kids see age as cool, not scary. Here's what sticks. Time is your friend. Grey grows in slow. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Wrinkles settle in deeper. Let them. Support matters. One voice saying, "You've got this," can drown out 10 saying, "Cover it up." Find that voice. Words shape you. Call grey striking, not tired. Call wrinkles earned, not ugly. Mean it. Wear it proud. Stand tall. Let the silver catch the light. Let the lines show your story. This isn't about beauty. It's about freedom. When you stop fighting, you start living. And that's where the real magic happens. So where are you in this? Still dyeing every root, smoothing every line, running from the clock? Or ready to pause, look closer, let it be? This isn't a lecture. It's a dare. Skip the dye next time. Study your wrinkles and find one that means something. See what shifts when you stop hiding. Share it below. Have you let your grey grow? Made peace with your lines? Still wrestling with it? Let's hear it. Your story might spark someone else's. Aging isn't what we've been sold. It's better, bolder, truer. Prove it.